yogis, welcome to my community. Thank you so much for subscribing to my newsletter. Just so you know, I consider my inbox to be a sacred place, and I think the same with yours, so I'll never spam you. I'll only share with you when I have something meaningful to say. I'll be sharing free practices like this one, links to my upcoming weekly Zoom class, events that are taking place in and outside of the studio, and the occasional piece of writing or musing from my journal. We're going to practice today a yin practice with Breath of the Seasons meditation. It'll be 20 to 25 minutes long, minimal props, and you can use whatever you have at home. And this is perfect for right before bed or first thing in the morning, or honestly in the middle of the day when you need a stretch, especially if you've been working on the computer or sitting behind a wheel, driving steering wheel. If you've been in my classes at the studio, you know that spring is all about the wood element in Chinese medicine, and it's governed by the liver, which is the yin organ, and the gallbladder, which is the yang or yang organ. The sense organ associated with spring are the eyes, so we'll get started focusing on the eyes. As far as props go, if you have a yoga blanket, go ahead and grab it. You can also use a towel or a thinner blanket that you can roll up a couple of times. And you might gather up a block or a block-like object. You can use a tupperware with a blanket over the top, a big heavy book. If you don't have any of those though, I have options for you to choose a different pose. Go ahead and get started lying down. Make yourself comfortable. Use props or household items to settle in Shavasana. And resist the urge to control or manipulate your breath to start. And just breathe your natural, authentic breath. The breath that carries you through your life. The breath that you wake up with and go to sleep with, and that carries you through your sleep. To notice how you're stepping into your practice. Breath is flowing in your body, and of course it is because you're alive. Where can you feel it? If it's helpful for you, you can rest your hands there. And not asking too much of your body. Draw your awareness to your eyes. And with your eyes closed ideally, or maybe there's a sliver of space between your top and bottom lids, notice any colors or shadows or textures behind your eyelids. Become aware of any flickering movements or tension around the eyes. Is it taking effort for you to keep your eyes closed? Is there any moisture in the corners? Are your eyes flitting around in their sockets, or are they resting? And through minimal effort, can you widen the outside corners of your eyes towards your temples and find some more softness across the top half of your face? And to keep breathing normally and naturally and resist the urge to make any changes just yet. controlling how much air moves and at what force. Your breath might not necessarily get any longer, but it will become more conscious. So breathe in and out through your nose and make inhales and exhales equal in length. Next time you exhale out and you're empty at the bottom, imagine a line is drawn in front of you by your breath, and you inhale and imagine the spring rises. And once you reach the top, just above the crown of your head, imagine summer ripens above you. And exhale, imagine autumn descends behind you as your breath descends at the same time. And at the bottom of your exhale, when your lungs are empty of air, imagine winter is still beneath you. And keep going and breathe around yourself and inhale, image, spring rises, and imagine spring is rising within you. The leaves turn green. It might be wet, it might be dry, it might be warm, it might be cold, but the animals are coming out and the plants are poking through the soil. Summer ripens above you and something comes to fruition, a fruit, a product. And exhale, fall descends, and those same leaves get dry and brittle and fall to the ground. And winter is still beneath you, and it's cold and it's dark and it's still, and so are you. Inhale, spring rises in front of you, and imagine all your favorite parts of spring. And then let summer ripen above your head and bring something to fruition, a product or a piece of produce. Exhale, fall descends, and something gets ready to die so something can be born again. And winter is still and quiet and cold beneath you, and you're ready to harvest an insight. 3 more, inhale, spring rises. Summer ripens. Fall descends as you exhale, and when you're empty of air, winter is still beneath you. Inhale, spring rises. Summer ripens. Exhale, fall descends. And you're empty, and so is winter beneath you. 1 more, inhale, spring rises. Summer ripens above you, full and pregnant, and pause. Exhale, fall descends, and something dies. And winter is still, and so are you, ready to harvest an insight. Release the meditation and breathe normally for a couple rounds of breath. While you're laying down on your back, and imagine you're waking up just like the plants were a few weeks ago in spring, depending on where you live. And start to roll out wrists and ankles and shift your weight from side to side, and if your legs are straight, bend them, and if they're bent, straighten them. And slowly sweep your arms up over your head and let them rest, elbows softly bent. Slide your hands over to the right, slide your feet over to the right with your hips and your shoulder blades on the mat for banana pose. And take a couple deep, full rounds of breath, inhaling into the left side of your body. If you want more sensation, you can cross your left heel over your right ankle and grasp your left wrist with your right palm. Keep your shoulder blades and hip heavy. Big breath in. Slow exhale out. Unwind your feet, bring them back to the center along with your hands. Release any binds and sweep your hands down next to your sides. On an inhale, sweep your arms back up, a soft bend in the elbows, and slide your feet to the left, and slide your hands to the left. And maybe your head goes along with it. You can grasp the right wrist with the left fingertips and cross your right heel over your left ankle. And take 3 big breaths into right side body, letting your bones be heavy, the ground beneath you supporting you. Slide your shoulders and your feet back to center and sweep your hands down next to your sides on an exhale. Bring your feet to the floor, your knees to your chest. And with each hand on its respective knee, start to guide your legs in circles. Keep breathing deeply as you stir your femurs, the upper leg bones in their sockets, and switch directions. Bring your knees back together. Release your hands and roll over onto one side. You can rest your ear on your arm as you linger for a moment in the fetal position, reborn, just like we all are in spring. And press your top hand into the mat and make your way to a seat. We'll move now to deer pose. It's prep for pigeon, the yin version. I personally like to use a blanket, so you can bring a towel folded hot dog style underneath you. And you'll bring your perineum, the center of your pelvis, right across the blanket. Right knee is bent to a 90-degree angle with the big toe side of the foot pressing down. You can relax your ankle though. And then the top knee may be at more of an acute angle here. The pinky toe side of that foot is pressing down. And then you can start to walk your palms forward and hinge forward. If you have a block or a big sturdy pillow, you can place it underneath your torso or place your forehead on it. Soften the forearms down, release your forehead. Have as much weight in the arms as you need to let your outer hips, your hip creases, your thighs, front and back soften. Press your palms down. Start to lift your chest. Walk your hands back towards your hips. And you can start to heel toe your right knee sequentially bringing the sole foot to the floor and bringing your right foot to the front of your mat to switch sides. And do your close opposite side, and I forgot to mention, it might feel better to have your left leg back behind you, so you can place the center of your pelvis on a blanket if you're using one. Bring your right knee into a 90-degree angle, gentle flex of the foot, and then relax it, so pinky toe side of the foot's down. And then you might have your left knee at a 90-degree angle, or you might have the heel tucked closer towards the glute. And then once you set yourself up, and you might need to make adjustments, tucking the heels closer in towards your body, you can start to walk your palms forward, let your forehead rest on a tupperware or a block or a sturdy pillow. And rest. And breathe for 4 rounds. Press your palms down and start to walk your hands back towards your hips. Start to heel toe your left foot out to the left, drawing the left knee towards the front of your mat or the ground that you're practicing on. And swing your left leg in front of you. You can bring your blanket or your towel or whatever you're using and place it to the back of your mat. Come to a seat, sitting on the blanket. Sweep your right leg out to the right, back of the leg down, and bring the left sole of your foot to right inner thigh. Walk your fingertips towards your pinky toe of your right foot, and either sweep your left arm up over your head and pause, or if that's a lot for your shoulder, take Kermit hands, 4 fingers pressed together, thumb is separate, and press down into your left hip crease, encouraging the left hip, the left knee down. And keep your right fingertips pressing down through the mat, and start to roll your left shoulder open. Try to create space in right hip crease to right armpit. And breathe for 3. And 2. And 1. Press your left outer leg down as you walk your right fingertips back towards your body and come back to upright. And plant your hands behind you, lean back, and switch out the legs. Right sole of foot finds left inner thigh, left leg about at a 45-degree angle. And then walk your left fingertips towards your left pinky toe, and either sweep your right arm up over your head and breathe for 3, or take Kermit hands, press the L shape of thumb and forefinger into your hip crease and encourage the right hip down onto the mat. Right knee draws down and out, and breathe for 3. Walk your left fingertips back towards your body. Bring your shoulders back to center. Plant your hands behind you. Bring both legs out long. Wide-legged forward fold just for a moment. You can reach your hands to your ankles or your toes or walk them in front of you. And take a big breath in. And as you exhale, draw your navel towards your spine and hollow out your low belly. And now press down as you lengthen your spine forward. And walk your hands back towards your hips. Hands behind you so you can bring your knees and your ankles back in line with their respective hip. Slide off your blanket or towel, move it over to the side, and make sure you've got a block handy if you have one. Bring hips to the center of the mat and recline down using as much or as little effort as you'd like. Bring your arms out to a T, soften your palms, and you've got two options here. You can take a supine twist to the left, or you can take a yin pose called twisted root. And so for supine twist, you'll straighten your left leg, squeeze your right knee in towards your chest, and send it to the left. You can bring your right arm to a T, left hand can rest on the outer right thigh. For twisted root, instead bring your feet for pre-bridge and cross your right leg over your left. You can stay here, or maybe you twist your right ankle around your left shin, or calf, and let those knees drift over to the left. Whether you're in supine twist or twisted root, you can keep your gaze up towards the ceiling, or dial your chin past the right fingertips, and breathe for 3. Bring your chin back to center and your knees back to center. Unwind your legs and prepare for a supine twist or twisted root to the other side. So set your hips back in center with your ankles underneath their respective knee. For supine twist, straighten your right leg, relax your right ankle. Squeeze your left knee in towards the chest and send it over to the right. For twisted root, cross your left leg over your right and stay here, or tuck the ankle around the calf of the right leg. And then you can let the whole unit of your legs drift over to the right. And maybe you look up, or maybe you dial your chin past your left fingertips and breathe for 3. Dial your chin back to center. Dial your knees back to center. If you're in twisted root, unwind your legs. Bring your knees into your chest. If you're in supine twist, unwind and bring your knees into your chest. Plug your low back down. Tuck your chin slightly to lengthen back of the neck and draw your shoulders out of your ears. Squeeze your knees in. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Squeeze the knees even more for Apanasana when removing pose. Release the soles of feet to your floor. Bring your knees wide and bring the big toes, the big toe mats, pinky toe mats of your feet together. For Baddha Konasana. If reclined Supta Baddha Konasana is a lot for you, and you have a block at home, instead take supported bridge pose. So you can be here in reclined bound angle. Maybe you ball your fists up and bring them to your outer legs for some support for the hips. If that's too much for you, close your legs, bring soles of feet underneath their knees. Walk your heels in ever so slightly. Lift your hips up and place your hips on a block on its lowest setting. You can rest your arms on your belly or bring them into a T. And you might heel toe your feet wide and let your knees knock in. Release any constriction you have in your throat. Soften your belly and take a deeper breath here for 3. 2. And 1. Heel toe your feet so they're back underneath your knees. Gently lift your hips with a neutral spine. Lengthen sitting bones towards the knees. Release your block over to the side. And tap your hips to the floor. Send your legs long on your mat for Shavasana. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips and your hands out wide to the side. Turn the palms face up. Release all control of your breath and rest fully. May all beings be happy and free, especially you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you like this, let me know. I can send you more. Otherwise, looking forward to the next time we get to share space together. And thank you so much.